Good morning. I wanted to show you something. It's funny, I just realized that I always start that way, but I wanted to show you something. These are apple seedlings. They all came from the same population. There is a group of old apple trees, probably just north of here. Not sure exactly where it is. They were given to me. And what you see is the survivors. Okay, so now this one has died, but I left it in there for a reason. So 10, there are 10 here, there are 3 outside, so a total of 13. I have not planted all of them. This was just the first batch. But with apples, you have a great deal of genetic diversity. Far more than you do, say, with prunus, like peaches, plums, almonds, those type of things. There's far more genetic diversity in between two types of apples than there is in a lot of other types of fruit. So this is 10 seedlings. Now, I water them once a week. This one obviously struggled, whether that was a genetic weakness or if it couldn't handle the watering, this rare watering, it is completely dead. And this is also completely dead and needs to come out. But anyway, so that one actually died, all with once a week watering. So it could very easily have been that it was getting too much water. So that's something else that I have to think about. But that one just keeled over. Okay, so I water them every Monday. And last Monday I forgot. Excuse me. Today is Thursday. And last Monday I forgot to water them. So here, remember, these came from the same population. These were from the same trees. This one, the leaves are going crispy. The plant is still alive, but it is just that missing that one time of watering by a couple of days. It is really, really struggling. Now this one, they went crispy. On this one, you can see that the existing leaves are still green and firm, and the ones down at the bottom have turned yellow and fallen off. Again, it was not like this a week ago. This is 4 days. This is watering 4 days later than the plant expected. So you can also see, let's see, get over here. This is another one that the leaves are starting to turn crispy. This one I suspect will actually die, but we'll wait and see it. I just watered them. Okay, so you can see on this one, the size of the leaves compared to the size of the leaves on this one, and they're about the same height. Some are taller, some are shorter. Some have internodes that are closer together. That's where the leaves come out. Some have internodes that are farther apart. Each one of these has a variety. Each one of them is different, and each one of them is technically a different variety, even though they came from the same population. Some of them have narrow leaves, long, narrow leaves. Some of them have short, squat leaves. This one right here is, it looks like it has a little bit of a nitrogen deficiency. This I don't think is a nitrogen deficiency, but I'm going to keep an eye on that because it could be a sulfur deficiency. I'm not sure how apples handle sulfur. But this right here, it's got a little bit of a curled leaf, so that's probably a nutrient deficiency of some kind. And what the idea is that I plant as many as I can, give them as little as possible, neglect them basically, and see what survives. If an apple tree can survive with no water, no fertilizer, no disease, no bugs, no pests, or few pests, or the pests are controllable, whatever the circumstances might be, that's the type of apple tree that I want to keep. And only after that will I start to determine what kind of fruit these apples have. And it'll be years before I find that out. But these are all going to be planted outside in the fall. I do need to up-pot them. They are, you can see roots growing. Nothing coming out the bottom yet on that one. See these roots? So they do need to be put in larger pots. Let's see what this one looks like. I do not see any roots. Oh, there's some roots on the bottom on that one. Because root structure makes a difference as well. How fast do the roots grow? Is this stress? There's a root right there. And that's got a lot of roots on the bottom. It's entirely possible that the stress is not being caused by the water, or not by the water alone, but also by the amount of root mass. This has a lot of roots through here. And again, this is the one that's going all crispy. It's got roots on the bottom. It's got roots around the sides. That one very, very definitely needs to be transplanted. So these two that went crispy, or was it this one? Was it this one? No, it was the other one. Not the one that, this one right here. The two of the three that are showing drought stress are showing a lot of root development. So that needs to be taken care of. Whether I'll plant them outside or just plant them into larger pots inside, we'll have to wait and see. But the next one, excuse me. Okay, I started some starts from my high bush cranberry. I have one high bush cranberry that has survived. And I started some plants from it. They are firmly in the ground. They're firmly rooted. There are more in this. But these are firmly rooted. The leaves are showing no sign of falling off. I think those are, well, they're not, I can't say they're firmly rooted. They are firmly in the ground. They are not, I can't lift them. Let me show you what I mean by that. One way to tell if a plant is rooted is this. If the plant can be moved up and down, it is definitely not rooted. Okay, so this one started putting out new leaves, but it hasn't rooted. Up and down and up and down and up and down. Again, new leaves, but there's nothing to feed the leaves. See how they're all drying up? There's nothing to feed them because the roots haven't come out yet. Okay. Well, the apples, I need to decide what to do with some of these apples. Here on the table, I have one plum. I think this one is plum peach. So I have a plum peach, and a plum cherry here on the table. And just turn that around and look at those. This one is a plum peach cross. In another video, it's plum pear cross, and they couldn't figure out how to pull the video down and redo it. But this one is a plum, plum cherry. This one's a plum cherry cross. And this one is just a plum. So I've got more apricots here. I've got one on the windowsill. I've got 2 more plums on the windowsill. And the goal is to let this stuff grow and then either plant it outside once I get the nursery beds ready, or to wait until fall and plant it in the fall. I will talk with you later.